Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. We are playing a new game today called the Wonderland Killings. This is a demo. It was brought to my attention by the developer of the game. Basically, it's very similar to danganronpa in that, like, it's very similar to a fangan, for instance. So I'm very excited to check this out. This is the demo, so I'm not sure how long it is, but I believe it's only the first chapter. But the full game, I think, is coming out soon, and I'm looking forward to it. It looks right up my alley. It looks exactly like something I would enjoy playing, so I'm very excited to get into it and see how it is. Let's just start. The frogs who... what? Stag Bluff's heat is said to sap the energy of most. Not me. Standing here, the sun beating down on me, I feel energized.
God, it's so fucking hot. I can't stand it.
Oh, it's voice acted. I didn't even know that. That's great. I hope that the volume is okay. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna just have it down here. Sorry, I'm just doing something on my end just to make sure that it's not too low, because the game audio is a bit low. Clearly, not everybody shared the sentiment.
Are you going to say something? Or are you going to keep giving me that dead-eyed stare?
I felt no immediate urge to answer the question. There was no need. Instead, I took my time as I took out and lit a cigarette. A sin, I'm aware, but far from my worst. Still, I was genuinely trying to cut back on them. Taking a smoke right now, it was something of an intimidation tactic. At least, that's how I was justifying it to myself. In the interim, Mr. Zera said nothing else. I'm surprised he said anything in the first place. Must have been adrenaline, blinding him from obvious facts. Can I just say, this is a complete tangent, has nothing to do with anything. This character right here reminds me for some reason of Nikkei from Super Danganronpa Another 2. Just a little bit, just a tiny little bit. So I don't know, just the design, I guess. His hair, basically. Facts like his hands were tied behind his back. Facts like that we were in the middle of nowhere, alone. I took my time enjoying the cigarette before finally addressing Mr. Zera. I think I'm not sure if it's loud enough. I'm gonna make it a little bit louder. Hopefully that's a bit better.
Sorry about all this. I have to imagine this is quite uncomfortable for you.
Why do I recognize her voice? She must be in a fangan, right? Because she sounds so familiar. I'm not sure. She might be. Hopefully you can hear it. Hold on. Sorry.
Though I do recall warning that our last meeting wouldn't be as pleasant as this one. Really, you should apologize to me for making me drive all the way out here.
What are you gonna do to me?
I would say that largely depends on you.
You can't do this. This isn't how you treat somebody. Tying me up, dragging me out here, this is seriously, majorly, completely fucked up. Do you seriously expect me to stay quiet about this? Just you wait until I get back to the city.
Oh my guy, I don't think you're getting back to the city.
For someone seemingly afraid that I might kill them, you're not exactly pushing me away from the option right now.
I'm trying to work out where I've heard her voice before.
Shit!
It was at this moment that Mr. Zera struggled to get up from his knees. he began trying to put the distance between the two of us. It was admirable, though not as much as it was pathetic. I walked over to him and stuck out my leg. Jesus, that was so loud. He collapsed to the floor.
Come on, Benny. You have to know that if I were interested in killing you, that little display wouldn't do anything.
Mr. Zera spat at me. It didn't have nearly the distance to be effective, but the gesture was clear.
Fuck you! You're a fucking monster.
A monster? How mythical. Should I be flattered?
You're a fucking snake. A fucking rat. Fucking vulture.
I'm beginning to suspect you have no idea what I am.
What you are?
Of course I know what you are. The whole town knows. You're the Gatz's fixer. Screw that. You're their little loyal bitch.
Ah, it seems you're mistaken. As it happens, and as I believe I mentioned, I am their lawyer. Though, I can understand how you might have gotten things mixed up.
Lawyer? Good fucking joke. This look much like a courtroom, lady?
I'll admit, this is outside the typical purview of my job. But what can I say? I like to go above and beyond for my clients.
Spare me the bullshit, why don't you? Save both of us the time.
I nodded, considering the ask. Then I took another puff of the cigarette.
Sure. Seems only fair. Why don't we get to the matter at hand? Although, what is there to say, really? You know why you're here. You must have expected this outcome.
I never thought it'd end up like this.
Really? Then that signals a profound lack of insight. Though, I do have to give you some credit, Benny. Seeing through the annual Sunset Festival like that? Not bad. Not bad at all.
So the festival is like a cover for something else, I'm guessing?
And here I thought the arrangement I set up was pretty slick. But not slick enough, eh?
You can't get away with this. You won't get away with this. People will figure it out, and that'll be the end of Nest Egg and your whole criminal enterprise.
Okay, let's dial it down, yeah? Criminal enterprise. Jeez. Big fan of the dramatics, eh, Benny?
If the shoe fits.
I'm not sure some light tax evasion qualifies as a criminal enterprise. Honestly, find me a company that doesn't engage in some level of tax evasion. If anything, Nest Egg should be congratulated for keeping their laundering local. Give back to the community, yeah?
Tax evasion? Fuck that, I discovered. Full-on embezzlement.
Really? You're going to quibble over details like that?
It's a difference.
Sure, but not one of kind. Fine. Let's call it embezzlement. Still, the amount's a pittance compared to what Nest Egg rakes in. All this amounts to is a simple cautionary measure.
Cautionary measure?
Mrs. Gatz simply would like access to some clean funds in a private account, in case things were ever to turn south. It's actually quite a thoughtful measure. Shows an ability to think ahead. A skill you seem to severely lack.
Fuck that. It's a getaway fund for when justice inevitably catches up with her and your whole gang.
Benny, you really don't get to play the moral high road card here. The moment that you try to blackmail the person you're criticizing, you've sort of forfeited that option. Plus, need I remind you of how exactly you stumbled across this information?
I didn't commit any crime.
No, because you saw the opportunity to commit a bigger one. I get times are tough, going on a week-long bender to Roble, trying to win it big at the casinos. It's an appealing, if foolish, option. But if you had debts, you could have talked to us. We'd be more than happy to try and work something out. And it certainly would have been a more noble option than stealing from work or blackmailing your employer.
That shut him up quick. Oh, he's not talking anymore? Okay. So, what happens now? I took another puff. Not much, Benny. I'm really only here for your benefit. Mr. Zera chuckled. Oh, really? How do you figure? Well, you're the one with some crazy ideas. For instance, the notion you could go public with any of this? I can't imagine that playing well. After all, as you mentioned, you'd be going against the Gatzes. Their family helped build Stag Bluff. They've been trusted pillars of the community for generations. The governor is a Gatz, in case you forgot, and his sister-in-law is the daughter of the CEO of Azalea. I think I pronounced that wrong. Anyway, I can't imagine this is a fight you'd win, especially given your less than stellar past. What are you talking about? Oh, Benny, did you think we wouldn't find out about your criminal tendencies? Let's not pretend like this latest stunt is your first tango outside the law. I don't have the slightest idea what you're implying, so why don't you just spit it out? Look, I can see your I can't. Look, I can't see your soul, Benny. I can see your computer, and the several illegal files downloaded onto it. That can't be. Did you frame me? Well, that sort of claim would be entirely speculative. Screw you. I don't have a single thing to do with whatever you planted on my computer. I'm afraid we have nest egg server logs from the past year, which would beg to differ. But... He could only bluster weakly. A shame he made us go through all this trouble. I would have thought his position was self-evident. I suppose there are always the thick ones. The type dumb enough to try blackmailing a Gatz is the type that needs a simple lesson demonstrated in a dramatic manner such as this. What are you going to do to me now? Another smoke. Benny, buddy. What do you think? I'm no sadist. I don't get joy out of dragging you to the middle of nowhere. Hell, I'd rather find it a real pain in the ass. I just wanted to help us get on the same page. Benny, do you like your life? Huh? I figure you do, right? You have a good thing going here in Stag Bluff. Nice place, friends, family. Your job at Nest Egg's pretty sweet. Solid pay, killer benefits, dental, vacation, sick days, the works. You were doing just fine before you got this blackmail idea in your head, weren't you? I was. Okay. Then, congratulations. Your life is going to be fine. Really? Yep. There isn't going to be any blowback from this. No criminal charges, no broken legs. Hell, they're even letting you keep your job. Matter of fact, thanks to the complete generosity of our boss, she wants to help you out with a plan to tackle those debts you racked up during your booze-fueled trip to Roble. Seems wild to me, but I guess the cleverness to find the scheme and the proactiveness to attempt blackmail is the sort of can-do spirit that Mrs. Gatz admires. The only thing you need to do is the easiest thing of all. Nothing. Great deal, right? Right? Right, yeah. So? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I won't say anything, won't do anything. I don't know what I was thinking, really. I must have been out of my mind. I promise, I'll put the whole thing to bed. I don't know anything about the Sunset Festival. I hold no ill will to anyone in the family. Just let me be fine. I took a final smoke before throwing the cigarette to the ground and stomping it out. Oh, Benny. That's all you had to say. I began walking towards him. So, are we done here? Is that it? Not quite, I'm afraid. What? I thought you said you weren't going to do anything to me. Oh, I'm not. I just want to collect one quick bit of insurance before we leave. In case you forget about our little lesson today, figure it might come in handy. I pulled out Mr. Zara's phone and dialed a number. You are about to call our associate, and our associate is not going to answer. So then, you're going to leave this message as a voicemail. I then pulled out my phone with a script written up. Now, Benny, I know you're an actor at heart, but please, no improv. Stick to the lines as written. And make it convincing, you know? I understand. Good. Now, let's get started. I held the phone to Mr. Zara's head. At that moment, he lunged out, trying to bite my hand. I swiftly moved it out of the way before flicking his forehead. Ow. Seriously? Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. Ugh, this loser really was hopeless, huh? Are you going to behave? Yes. Okay. Take 2. Hey, this is Benjamin Zara. I was just calling to, thank you for this year's work at the Sunset Festival. Not many vendors would be willing to facilitate those sort of off-book transactions, and my boss was very pleased with your work. We've decided that it's fitting that you receive an extra bonus for your discretion and your continued support. I hope that this understanding can continue for many more Sunset Festivals to come. And that should do it. You're roping me in. That's putting it a little strong. We're just making sure that it's in our mutual interest to keep a lid on this messy embezzlement business. After all, if it came out, I don't think that recording would look too good in court, wouldn't you say? You sociopath. A little harsh, no? Though I will admit I'm not happy that things have come to this. Honestly, I prefer writing patents to this unpleasantness. But you tried to blackmail my bosses, Benny. You threw the first stone. I don't know what you expected. I tried to de-escalate. You weren't willing. I'd rather not be here. Alas, part of the job. Screw you. You're scum, through and through. Garbage best left on the side of the street. I always have been. At least now, I'm not the one on my knees. Sure, you spent plenty of time on them before. You psychotic witch. You deserve the Gatz family, a dog for a bunch of animals. Honestly, I can't decide which one's worse. The sniveling grunt of a husband, the blood-sucking harpy of a wife, the deadbeat drunk of an uncle, or those brat kids. Honestly, the whole city would be better off if the lot of them just got lost in a mine shaft. I calmly walked up to Mr. Zara. Then I calmly kicked him in the face. Ugh! As the man got back on his knees, I noticed his lip had begun to bleed. That was uncalled for, and yet I can't seem to apologize. You bitch, Let me stop you right there. I'm aware that given the circumstances, you've probably developed something of a grudge. I'm willing to let a lot go, but even I have lines. Unfortunately, as you spewed those vile lies, you managed to cross mine. Say what you will about me, but the Gatz family is comprised of lovely and thoughtful people who have far more moral character than a weasel such as yourself. Mr. Gatz has helped build Stag Bluff up to be as vibrant and prosperous as it has ever been, just like the generations before him. Nest Egg not only has brought commerce and infrastructure to this shithole, but they are helping develop and produce affordable medicine for the entire world. It would not be an exaggeration to say that Mrs. Gatz and her dedication to keeping prices low and quality high has saved more lives than potentially any other person in Elmerick. They are wonderful people. If you talk badly about them again, I'll drag your ass back out here. And this time, it won't be part of the job. Are we understood? Yes, ma'am. Completely, ma'am. I sighed and looked up at the sky. Okay, stand up. Get back in the car. I'll drive you back to the city. Mr. Zera didn't say anything else, just wordlessly obeyed. Geez, might have went a little overboard there. Still haven't completely kicked that temper, it would seem. Anyways, this was as good an opportunity as ever to report back in. I pulled out my phone and called Mrs. Gatz.
Ah, Jeanette. Lovely to hear from you.
It's handled.
I assume you're referring to the business with Mr. Zera.
Correct. He shouldn't be a problem going further.
Oh? Gosh, I hope you didn't take things too far.
I handled the situation. Everything's fine.
I heard a sigh.
Really, you didn't need to make a big deal out of this. I just wanted things resolved peacefully.
And they have been.
And Mr. Zera is okay?
He'll be fine.
The future tense is not encouraging, Jeanette.
Look, he's some rat-fuck loser who tried to extort you. Respectfully, ma'am, I'm not sure why you're worried about him.
He was reasonably upset, and he acted rashly, in his self-interest. I can't blame him for that. Nor should you.
Regardless, he needed to be stopped, and he has been.
I know. And I'm thankful, Jeanette. I really am. I just wish... I don't know. I wish you would take things a bit easier.
You don't pay me to take things easy. You pay me to fix problems and keep things running smoothly.
I'm saying this as a friend.
Noted, ma'am.
I heard another sigh.
Well, I'm sure you did what you thought was right, and I trust you, so... good work.
Thank you, ma'am.
Moving on, you're aware the first sneak peek event for the Magic Circle is later today, yes?
Of course, ma'am.
And you saw my message about taking over as lead of the group?
Of course, ma'am. I'm prepared to fulfill that role.
I really am sorry, by the way. I get this isn't exactly your wheelhouse. We were supposed to have the lead dev give the tour, but he's currently MIA.
How unprofessional.
I'm sure it's a sudden sickness or something. He's very energetic about the project. I'm sure he'd be here if he could. Anyways, I just figured we're on such short notice. If you didn't have anything else to do...
It's okay, ma'am. I'm perfectly capable of stepping in.
You're just the person I trust to make sure things run smoothly.
Thank you, ma'am.
As for the tour, really, don't stress about it. Campbell's been set up to do a lot of the talking and the monitoring. That's still set up. And you really don't need to worry too much about Mrs. Gage. Between you and me, we've already gotten most of the value that we're going to get from Goldberg Co. It really doesn't matter too much. Still, since they're partnered with us on this endeavor and all, try and leave a good impression, yeah?
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure she gets the full Magic Circle experience.
Excellent. Do you have any questions I could answer real quick?
I think I know what I need to know.
Well, anything you want to know?
I didn't feel comfortable offering my opinion freely, but When prompted, there was one question I had about the event.
I looked at the list for who'll be at the event. If I'm honest, ma'am, I do question why we're letting some of these people check the hotel out.
Ah, right. I see your point. It's a little unintuitive. Still, my husband pointed out the power of community, and I think he's quite right. Stag Bluff is one of the smallest cities in Amalric. People know each other. People talk. And people have been talking about how they're not the biggest fans of the tourists the Magic Circle is going to attract.
Even though tourism is a massive asset to our local economy. How idiotic.
Tourism is not without its drawbacks. And if I'm being honest, I get the sense that there is a growing sentiment against how I've been using Nest Egg to grow Stag Bluff.
Small-minded sheep. Have they no ambition?
Hey, no, I get it. Change is scary, as is growth. There is comfort in a small town, in a tight-knit community. It's nice. It's warm. I don't blame anyone who is nervous that things might change. I just think, gosh, Stag Bluff is such a beautiful and impressive community, and it can be so much more. I'm so grateful for the Gatzes and what they've done for me. I'm just trying to pay it back, in my own way.
You're too good for this city, ma'am.
I just do what I can. I think sooner or later, people will come around and see that growth is a good thing. But it'll take time. Hence, this little sneak peek event. The people of Stag Bluff need to see that the Magic Circle isn't just some hotel for out-of-towners, that it is a revolutionary foundation for state-of-the-art entertainment experiences.
Is the entertainment a killing game?
Once open, it can be a fantastic spot for locals to hang out and enjoy. If they realized how good this actually is for the city, I think that sentiment would start to turn around. So, we let a couple key members of the community get an early taste of what the Magic Circle is like, so they can spread the good word.
Brilliant idea, ma'am.
Full credit goes to my husband, unfortunately. Anyways, the main point is, all you need to do is make sure people are having a good time. Campbell will do the bulk of the work on that front. Just, help keep the tension light, the vibes good.
Understood, ma'am.
I wouldn't exactly classify keeping the vibes good as a core strength of mine, but I'd make it work.
Oh, also, could you keep an eye on Nikki and Carrie?
Of course, ma'am.
I'm a bit worried about them. I feel like they've both been kind of off recently.
Who's that, the kids? I say kids, but they're probably grown adults.
I mean, it's hard to put my finger on it exactly. But Carrie's just been lying around more than usual, and Nikki's been even higher strung. Perhaps I'm imagining it. What do you think? I mean, you probably spend more time around them than I do nowadays. Have you noticed anything?
I really couldn't say, ma'am. Reading the emotions of teenagers isn't exactly my strong suit.
Teenagers.
Oh, come on, you're still young. Surely you've not completely lost touch.
Well, if they're teenagers, maybe they're just angsty.
I'm not sure I was ever in touch.
Fair enough. I'm not sure I could say I was either. Anyways, just keep an eye on them, yeah? They should be fine. I know they're bringing a bunch of friends and everything, but still, keep an eye on them for me.
Of course, ma'am.
I wasn't looking forward to babysitting a bunch of high school seniors, but it would only be a few hours.
Sorry. I know I'm being annoying and weird, I know. Gosh, I must sound like such a mom right now.
Believe me, there are worse things to sound like.
Right. I just worry, you know? My babies, they're growing up, and I get scared. The world is hard and mean, and I can only do so much to protect them from it.
I believe you've done more than enough for them.
Just promise me you'll look out for them, please?
Please?
I promise, ma'am.
I promise, ma'am. Ma'am.
Good. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I've just been too in my head recently. Okay, I won't hold you up any longer. Good luck at the sneak peek event.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll make sure it is handled properly.
Honestly, make sure nobody dies and we can call it a success.
I have a feeling somebody's gonna die.
And, have some fun in there. You never take it easy. The Magic Circle is a truly wonderful place, Jeanette. Only place in the world you can live out storybook fantasies. Take advantage. Have an adventure. Live a little, Enjoy life. You only get one.
I'll make sure everything is handled, ma'am. Good day.
Mrs. Gatz got caught up on the strangest things. Oh well. I wasn't exactly excited to be hosting this sneak peek event, but it was part of my job. Plus, it'd be, half the day? How bad could it be? Oh, the art is good. I like the art a lot. It looks good. Are they twins? Let's see. Ugh, do we really have to do this? Patience, Jan. Patience. I'm sorry, what exactly is the issue here? No issue, I'm just asking you a question. Do we have to be here at this corporate marketing nonsense meeting? Genuine question. If we have to be here... We have to be here... What? Okay. If we have to be here, we have to be here. But wandering around some place isn't my idea of a fun afternoon. I took a few measured breaths to make sure I responded appropriately. Nikki, I think you might be underselling the Magic Circle. There's a lot of cool features here, and you haven't even gotten a look at the place. I think that this could be a lot of fun. Seriously? Yes, seriously. A lot of very smart and cool people put a lot of work into the hotel, and I think it has paid off. Jesus Christ, Nick, what's with the fascination with sticking rods up your ass? It's an underground hotel with an interactive guest system. How is that not cool as hell to you? Weren't you against this project? Yeah, but now that it's built, it's wild not to enjoy it. So just live a little. I mean, what else are you gonna do? What, need to study even more? Cram some knowledge on that 100th read of the textbook that the 99th didn't cover? I'm sorry, I can't tell. Are you asking a rhetorical question? Given your grades, I genuinely am unclear if the concept of studying helps you learn things is foreign to you or not. Oh, screw you! I put a hand on Carrie's shoulder before she tried something. We were in public, and while some amount of bickering between twins was fine, if it became physical, it'd be embarrassing. Oh, what? That's over the line? Easy, you two. She started it. God, I was just trying to tell you to chill out. It's gonna be fun. Besides, at least you got to bring a friend. I'm all by my lonesome. Oh, I'm sorry. Exactly whose fault was that? Whatever. Hold on. Didn't your father give you both 2 invitations to bring your classmates? What happened? What happened is that Carrie's a degenerate. Look, I don't know what to tell you. Victor's a cheat. His hand overtook mine on the river 3 times in a row. That doesn't naturally happen. Huh? Ugh, my idiot of a sister here got salty and decided to bet an invitation to the Magic Circle. And then, riding that losing streak as far as it could take her, she decided to triple down. Had to give up one of my invitations to cover for her. Good thing Nick here only had one friend anyways. Am I losing my hearing? Or are you talking crap after I bailed your ass out? So what, are Carrie's gambling buddies coming here? Not my buddies. And no, Victor apparently sold the tickets. Gotta hand it to him. He knows how to make a buck. Still annoying. You don't have to actually let those invitations stand. We have the final say on who gets to enter the Magic Circle early. And if Victor made any trouble, you could simply tell me. No thanks. Been down that path, saw how that works out. Besides, we cannot simply welch on a deal like that. It would be a disservice to our family's honor. My honor! Restore my honor! Capture the avatar! Oh no, not our oh so precious family honor. If I besmirched the good Gat's name, I'd be so distraught I'd have no choice but to jump from a window with a rope tied to my— oh god. Jesus. Carrie, lighten up. That sort of talk isn't appropriate. And anyways, you've been going to the— well, too often. It's becoming played out. Besides, your brother is entirely correct. Oh, isn't that a change of pace? Can I just say, these two characters are insufferable. Not a fan. Nope. Oh, don't get mad that you suck so much. Anyways, who even ended up with those invitations? I'm pretty sure it was Gwen, Augusta, and Axel. Seriously? Those three? Oh, Jesus, you screwed up. Look, this is why I don't thank you, and you always hold it over my head. I'm sorry, I don't remember you thanking me in the first place. I take it that you two dislike those three? Yeah, you could put it that way. Well, Augusta's mostly fine, right? No, she is not. So she's a little eccentric. Who cares? There's worse things to be. I think she could be fun. Then you clearly did not take enough classes with her. I swear to God, if she interrupted the teacher one more time, I was gonna break something. Aw, sad somebody was stealing her spotlight. What about Gwen? I thought you two were on good terms with her. I recall seeing her around the house a fair amount. It was rare for neither of the twins to have something to say. I take it you had a falling out? That's one way to put it. Shut it. And look, now that I have a good reason not to want to be here, Snow and I can just chill somewhere else, okay? Deep breath. Okay, Nikki, you want to be treated like an adult? To be real? Let's be real. I honestly don't give a crap about whether or not you're having fun or embracing the moment. What I care about is the fact that many important people are here today. I care about the fact that this is an important day in determining whether or not the Magic Circle will succeed, a project that your family has heavily invested in. As members of the Gatz family, I would hope that you two can do your part, have a fun time, and make this a smooth experience for everyone. Do you understand? For a moment, Nikki just stood silently, thinking. Then he nodded. Got it. That makes sense. I'll stay. Seriously? That's what changes your mind? So? Boy, anyone ever could tell you that you're a real muppet. I recall you mentioning it from time to time, though I'm still not entirely clear on the implication. I just think it's lame as hell to be used as what? Real person marketing? My experience is going to be monetized? Oh my god, you were the one who wanted to have fun here. Yeah, well that was before... It was before Dad wanted you to have fun? And now you don't want to? Because you're a child? How about you take... Enough. The two went reluctantly silent. You'll attend the sneak peek. You'll enjoy it. End of story. Please be on your best behavior, okay? I already have enough to deal with. You're both 18. You're adults now. I'm going to trust you to act as such. Now, if we're done here, I should go check on your mother's business partner. The two didn't have anything more to say. Or, more accurately, they knew whoever spoke up first would take the bulk of my annoyance. Good enough for me. I left them to their own devices and began walking over to Mrs. Gage. Those two. Constant headaches, the both of them. At times, it was hard to believe they were the children of Mr. and Mrs. Gatz. Did they have to be up... What? Did they have to be at an 11 at every single moment? I guess I couldn't judge too much, thinking about myself at their age. Still, I wasn't born into the Gatz family. What's their excuse? Well, Bicker as they might, they had the good sense not to cause a scene today of all days. It should be fine to focus on more pertinent guests. For instance... Ah, Mrs. Gage. Glad to see you made it. Mrs. Iyer, if I'm correct. You are. You were not who I was told would be leading this demo. A change of schedule, I'm ashamed to say. Still, I'm fully capable of displaying the hard work we've done. Oh, I am sure you are. How was your trip to Stag Bluff? Still a touch jet-lagged, I'm afraid, but it was mostly painless. Though, when forced to choose between the current options, I can now see the need for a new hotel. I think this was supposed to be a joke, so I gave a polite chuckle. The hotel looks good so far. Limited sample size, I'm aware. But the presentation of the ground floor is nice, at least. Glad to hear it. You should know that this is really just the start. The actual hotel is even more spectacular. I hope you'll be impressed with what we have to show off today. I hope it goes well. Mrs. Gage waved her hand dismissively. You can save the hard pitch. It is tiring for us both. These are the sort of details that fly well with my boss. He is a dreamer, to put it diplomatically, and he heavily bought into that turning fantasies reality sales crap you spun. He would care about the fine details. However, he sent me, so you are concerned with my opinion. And my opinion is that the exact contents of this hotel are, to be frank, broadly unimportant so long as the basic promise is fulfilled. Oh. I didn't know how to follow up on that. If you ask me, the precise quality of the experience pales in importance when compared to more practical matters. Practical matters such as the positioning of this sort of luxury hotel experience in a city such as Stag Bluff, or the marketing for the project. These factors were determined quite some time ago and assessed as thoroughly adequate. Those are what will make this succeed. Today is just checking what might make us fail. To that extent, I think this will go well, insofar as I doubt a partner of Goldbrick would be so incompetent as to fail to deliver minimum requirements, or, in lieu of that, report said failure. I see. Well, nonetheless, I still hope you enjoy your visit. I mean, you came all this way after all, and you're here. Genuinely, the Magic Circle is quite fun. Since your boss sent you out to check it out, why not take advantage and enjoy yourself? Doubtful. This is a business trip, after all, and I am loath to mix business and pleasure. Oh. If that is all, I believe everybody has gathered, and it has reached the start time. You can begin the demonstration. Of course. With that, I walked away. Yeesh, and I thought I took work seriously. Well, I could appreciate the bluntness. Mrs. Gage was pretty clear in her expectations, and I was led to believe we could meet them, so that's nice. In that case, perhaps it would be more fruitful to focus on getting the local community members on board, as Mrs. Gatz mentioned. Although, given those present, perhaps it'd be better if I was less involved. Either way, Mrs. Gage was right. Everybody's gathered. It's time to start. I walked to the front of the room, near the elevator. Attention, everybody. The sneak peek event for the Magic Circle is about to begin. If you could, please gather around. I have a few words before we enter. It was a small room, and there weren't that many present, so the group formed fairly quickly. Okay, let's get a look at them. They're all really cute. I like the art. The art looks nice. The characters look pretty good. How many are there? Let me count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, and we're 16, so it is 16. Very similar to a fangan, though I was told it was going to be similar to a fangan. Ugh, public speaking is not my forte. Me neither. When I was in college, way back in the day now, because apparently I'm old. It was so bad. Like, public speaking is my absolute nightmare. It was so bad that the school psychologist was like, yeah, you can't do public speaking, so I'm gonna write you out of it. So I didn't even have to take that credit because that's how bad it was. I was so anxious about the whole thing. I put it off till my senior year, and at that point she was like, okay, yeah, no. I'm sorry, no, that I'll get you excused from it. So I got excused from it, which is nice. I still don't do well with it. Please don't look at me. Why the hell is the lead dev not here? After this, I'm going to do some recon on him for my personal satisfaction, if nothing else. Whatever. I was entrusted the task of leading the group. I do just that. So, don't get in my head. Don't overthink it. Just do what needs to be done. Hey, hi. Glad to see everybody's present. That's good to know. I'm pleased to welcome you all to the Magic Circle's sneak peek opening. Very exciting, very cool. My name is Jeanette Iyer. I work for Nest Egg, which has co-developed this project alongside Goldbrick. I gave a nod to Mrs. Gage, who couldn't seem to care less. I'm going to keep this short. Try not to be too stuffy, because today is going to be about fun. The Magic Circle is a truly one-of-a-kind, immersive, interactable experience. It's a hotel unlike anything else in the entire country. A lot of hard work has been put into handcrafting the adventure zones you're about to experience. I've talked with many of the creationologists. They are fantastic people. The Magic Circle is a wondrous place, and you're all here to have a wondrous time. Woo, yeah! Let's go, Magic Circle, woo! Snow tried to get a round of applause going, but nobody joined in, so his enthusiasm petered out fairly quickly. Ineffective, but bless him for trying. He's definitely better than Nikki's last friend. So, cards on the table, you may be aware, but I was not supposed to be your guide today. For the sake of full disclosure, I should mention that our planned speaker was unavailable to meet us today. Instead, we'll have to make do. Luckily, part of the charm of the Magic Circle is that it speaks for itself. Literally, though we'll get to that. Now then, what is the Magic Circle? I suspect most of you are already aware, but might as well go over what you'll be experiencing. The Magic Circle is a state-of-the-art hotel that incorporates multiple adventure zones, areas designed to facilitate childlike awe and incredible stories. When you're at the Magic Circle, you'll be surrounded by majesty. And that is true in a very real sense, considering that the Magic Circle is the very first underground hotel. That's right. The whole building has been constructed underground. It was certainly a feat of engineering to pull that off, but due to that innovation, our creationologists have complete freedom of the space necessary to develop their projects. So, is that an excuse for why there's been a hellish racket coming from this side of town for the past few months? Because let me tell you, I wouldn't have minded the hotel just being built going up, like normal, if it meant I could get me some more shut-eye. Great, people were already cutting in. To be expected. I understand that development has not been a painless experience, though I believe it'd be amiss not to mention that construction would still be quite loud if the Magic Circle was built above ground. But then we also know that because it's built underground, they can get trapped in here, and that's how the killing game will start. As mentioned, this bold take on design has allowed for possibilities previously out of the question. Still, I understand. On behalf of the entire Magic Circle team, I apologize for any inconvenience caused by development. We've all had to make sacrifices to get here. I mean, Mr. Fox, I can sympathize. I probably live closer to the construction site than anybody here. I didn't get the best sleep these past few months either. Oh yeah? Been having trouble going to sleep recently? Joan, right now? Here? I knew she was going to be a problem the moment I saw she was invited. Luckily, Reynard cut back in. Hey, I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I get building things makes noise. I'm not dumb. I guess I'm just a bit turned around on why the heck you'd even try building a hotel down. Common sense should tell you that's the wrong direction. Common sense, huh? Perhaps. The Magic Circle certainly doesn't fit what's expected. But you know, I'd say common sense also doesn't say that you should try and establish a city in the depths of the Great Valley. Common sense led the country to widely mock Stag Bluff upon its inception, to question why we tried building in a canyon like this. Wouldn't that pose a whole number of logistical questions? And it did. It was tough and unorthodox, and a questionable decision to begin with. But we persisted, and Stag Bluff was founded. Because the people of this city are called by a higher purpose, an adventurous spirit, a determination to forge their own path, a desire to move down. Now, I know the magic circle might seem foreign to some of you, but I'd argue it was anything but. It was founded by the people of Stag Bluff, designed by the people of Stag Bluff. The caves were mined, and the hotel was built by the people of Stag Bluff. And the magic circle carries with it that sense of stubborn adventure that is so central to this town. So yes, it bucks common sense, but so does everything great. Rainer didn't chime in once more, and in fact, the crowd seemed fairly interested in what I was saying now. Good. Looks like they bought that load of nonsense. So, the sneak peek event. Today you are all lucky enough to get a taste of the magic circle. The experience will be largely self-guided, but I will be around if anybody has any questions, as will Mr. Brock Leiden. I gestured over to Brock, who gave a curt nod to the group. Why does he have to be named Brock? Mr. Leiden was one of the brave workers who helped construct the magic circle, and he volunteered to swing by and help out with the sneak peek event. We thank you for your time. Brock did not react to this. Right. What to expect of the event? Well, after I finish talking, we'll take this elevator down to the magic circle proper. I'll take everybody to the cafeteria, where we'll quickly go over the rules and systems of the hotel from Campbell. After that, it's free reign. For the duration of the sneak peek, your only obligation is to explore the magic circle to your heart's content and see what it has to offer. Now, I should note, for this early access event, you will only have the first 2 floors to explore. After all, we want to keep some surprises for the official opening. That, and we haven't 100% finished everything on floors 3 and 4. Still, I trust that you will find more than enough to do with the time provided. Question? Augusta's hand shot up. Not really taking questions right now, but fine, what? Is it true that the only entrance and exit to this confined location is the single elevator that you're currently standing before? The single and very secure and thoroughly tested elevator that people have been using daily for weeks? Yes, that is the way you come in and out of the hotel. Well, that's dangerous because you need stairs in case of a fire. Oh, there it goes. We are also installing a set of stairs to act as a fire escape, though construction was not completed in time for this event. So, you deny any other means egress? Away from prying eyes? No secret passages, escape hatches, perhaps a second hidden elevator? Could I ask the purpose of this question? Technically, development of the adventure zones is on the 4th floor has been connected to an underground cave system. We've yet to fully explore it, but theoretically that might lead to the surface. I shot a look at Brock. Why the hell are you stepping in now? Oh, yes, okay, as Mr. Leiden mentioned, perhaps that cave system leads to the surface, though I thoroughly assure you that this will not matter. Got it? Acknowledged. Very good, thank you. Oh, I have a question. Pick me. Again, I cannot stress this point enough. I am not taking questions right now. She's so cute, though. Hypothetically, and I'm talking so not based on a real situation, very much underlined in the hypothetical and hypothetically, but hypothetically, will there perhaps be a bathroom breaks provided during the tour for those who really need to go? Not a tour, and you can go to the restroom whenever you wish. Why would you say me? I was speaking hypothetically. I am a lady. I don't use the bathroom. The general you. Oh, okay. Follow-up question. And this is also hypothetical. Are these like actual bathrooms or more like porta potties? Because, you know, porta potties are kind of gross. They are. I would like, they're disgusting. That is not a hypothetical question, and the Magic Circle has standard high-class bathrooms like you might find in any hotel. Really? How does that work? Because, like, you're underground. Do you just pump the crap into some cave or something? You would have to ask that to Mr. Leiden, except please do not do that. Is there anything else? Yeah, I reckon I got a question or two. Mind telling me why the hell the likes of Val Johnson got an invitation to this thing? Whoa, hey, rude. Why am I catching strays? What did I do? What did you do? Want me to make a list? Okay, look, I am not responsible for who has been invited. If I were, there are a number of people I wouldn't invite to a promotional event. Such as, oh, I don't know, the city's deputy? I took a breath. This might not be the best marketing. Apologies, Mr. Vick, but I am unaware of the precise reasons why each of you was invited. What I do know is that Mr. Johnson is a citizen of Stag Bluff, just like the rest of you. This event is for the citizens of Stag Bluff. Mr. Johnson has every right to be there. I would ask that you two settle whatever personal hang-ups you have and behave appropriately for the course of the event. You're calling this personal hang-up? Unless my hearing is going early, it sounds to me as though Miss Aya repeatedly mentioned that she is not currently taking questions. How about we all pump the brakes? I, for one, like to get started with the event. Sounds more fun than just standing around in this lobby. With that, the crowd silenced. When Mrs. Prynne spoke, people listened, so thank God she decided to lend a hand. I think Mrs. Prynne has the right idea. On that note, why don't we quit all this chatter and just hop into the fun, yeah? I'd done enough. I'd let Campbell handle it from here. I turned around, walked into the elevator, and pressed the 1 button. After a moment's hesitation, the rest of the group followed. At first glance, you'd think 16 people in a single elevator would be crowded, but the interior of the elevator was oddly spacious. The doors closed, and we began our descent. I had to take a few breaths, but made sure nobody else noticed. It was stupid, getting claustrophobic in a place like this. The elevator had been thoroughly tested. Getting nervous was irrational. Still, the idea that we were completely buried in the earth, trapped from the sky... Ugh. Of course, I couldn't exactly project that idea out. There were already concerns some people might react negatively to the idea of spending time in a hotel with no windows. So I kept my breathing measured and quiet. And before I knew it, the doors of the elevator opened, which remedied the situation somewhat. Whoa, this place looks really cool. Credit where credit is due. The interior certainly carries an impressive ambiance. Dude, it's a hallway. You seriously getting hot under the collar for a hallway? Apologies, is this not your hotel? Okay, we're finally inside. First things first, let's head to the cafeteria so we can hear what Campbell has to say. Nipping that in the bud before it became anything else, I led the group to the cafeteria. Luckily, it was a short walk from the elevator. Before I knew it, we were here. The cafeteria, though, you wouldn't guess from the look of it. The theming of the Magic Circle had already begun, and the group entered what looked to be the dining hall of a Gothic castle. There were rows of tables, giant fireplaces, grand banners hanging on the walls. Of course, the scene was slightly anachronistic, given the giant screen in the center wall of the room. Whoa, cool. This place ain't bad at all. Oh, hold on a minute. I thought we were supposed to meet with somebody called Campbell. There's nobody here. What gives? Oh, don't worry. I'm here. Ah! Ah, crap. Some of the group were surprised the giant screen turned to life and Campbell started talking. Perhaps I should have given some sort of warning. As you might have surmised, that up there is Campbell. And honestly, I'm just going to let him do the talking. Why, thank you for the setup, Jeanette. I'll try my best not to disappoint. You see, my name is Campbell, and I am the host of the Magic Circle. Your friendly storyteller, butler, administrator, security, and friend, all in one. How convenient am I? I am so pleased to be with you all today. First day on the job. Gosh, it's exciting. You could have worked on that visual design some. Make it less overwhelmingly creepy. Oh, do you not like this face? How about this one? Or this one? Or is this one to your tastes? We get it. Neat gimmick. Sorry, I might be totally out of the loop here. What exactly is going on? Campbell, that's me, is the most sophisticated AI language learning models that exist on this very planet. Developed in part by the genius Eliza Lotus, may all praise her name and know her deeds, I've been integrated into the automated systems of the hotel, here to facilitate wonderful experiences for all you guests. Really, I wonder what technology can do, huh? It can even simulate personalities as vibrant as me. Although, when I think about the fact that there's really no meaning behind the words I'm saying right now, and this is my best approximation of displaying a given personality, oh gosh, this is giving me a headache. So, like, robots running this place? How sci-fi. Robot? How demeaning. Those metal morons don't give a lick of the pizzazz or processing power that I contain. My lovely body is built with nothing but the finest materials, all the highest end GPU chips, yottabytes of storage. So this place is running on AI? Ew. Aw, what's the matter? Too hip for AI? Am I not cool, Gwen? Because that makes me sad. I'll have you know I can do so many amazing things that a human never could. Putting me in charge allows for the Magic Circle to be the best version of itself. And it has nothing to do with cutting costs or saving jobs. Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. That sort of boring overhead stuff is not my area of expertise. Gwen shot a look to me, to which I threw up my hands. Look, I'm not an executive calling the shots. All I know is that Campbell is pragmatically the right choice for this project. The technology is really impressive, and he can logistically handle the things that a team of human overseers could not. Though saving those jobs probably didn't hurt. Gosh, these vibes are pretty harsh, y'all. I can't help but feel we've gotten off on the wrong foot. Let's start over. My name is Campbell. It's short for Campbell, Ample, Mample, Bell. As a host of this wonderful hotel, I exist throughout the Magic Circle. In some ways, I am the Magic Circle. I am here to accommodate your every need. Room preferences, meal preferences, toilet preferences, I've got you. But that's boring. Pedestrian. The real fun comes in the fact that I help give individualized questlines and interactions throughout all the adventure zones. I'm your one-shot stop for NPCs and a game master, all rolled into one. I've been fine-tuned to deliver the best stories you could imagine, integrating them into the seats. Hell, maybe even integrating them into each other's plotlines. Fancy, huh? But that's boring maintenance stuff. Let's get to the fun part. Rules. Since you are all designed as guests for this event, you will all need to follow them. First things first, there will be a lot of screens with me on it around the hotel. I'm all around. The important thing is, even if you get really peeved with the dastardly villain I play, please don't damage any of our screens. Also, there are a fair amount of cameras around. Do not damage any of those either. Question: does that mean there are cameras in our rooms? Well deduced. Very good. Ugh, hate that. Do not fret. All info is scrambled and encrypted and mixed around real good. My computational system is a complete black box, meaning nobody can intentionally access that footage. Hell, engineers can't know what I'm thinking, whether they want to or not. That was true, an annoying detail of how this sort of technology functioned. Anyways, All guests are assigned a room. Since you are all temporary guests, you all get temporary rooms. Who knows if you'll use them, but if you want to try them out, your room is indicated by your tablet. Tablet? Oh, you didn't notice. That table right there, all with those tablets, those are for you. Go on, pick them up. Indeed, there was a table on the side with 16 tablets. And indeed, everyone made their way to pick one up. Not much of a point to have one, but it felt weird to just leave a spare tablet lying on the table, so I grabbed mine. Unfortunately, you are not allowed to keep the tablet after your stay. However, while you are a guest, go nuts. That tablet is all yours. In terms of security, they're unlocked by default, but you can input a numerical password, or, and this is fun, you can register handprints with the tablet to automatically unlock them. By the way, this syncs to your room, so you only need one password or registered hand for both. Convenient. They also function as, tablets. Take picture, surf the internet, human things. Wouldn't know, not a human. But who cares about any of that? The important thing is that these tablets will also help you monitor your reputation progress. Oh, what's that, I hear you ask? Glad to explain. In the various adventure zones, completing quests with NPCs voiced by yours truly will increase your reputation, unlocking new stories and possibilities. Really, maybe this is too arrogant to say, but it's quite the sophisticated system. Across all the zones, you may also earn elixir, which is a type of universal currency. And now this is neat. Elixir can be traded in for all sorts of goodies. If you stop by the bazaar, you can earn prizes with elixir, so that's fun. May I ask why elixir? I mean, elixir is not exactly a currency, so why is that what we use to buy things at a bazaar? Why, my guy, do you have 5 watches on your arm right now? Oh, you have a problem with that? Do you want to call it gold or coins? Want to be boring? Elixir is not exactly a beacon of originality. Hey, elixir kicks ass, and I wouldn't hear otherwise. Got it? Who did the personality tuning on this thing? We could stand another pass at that. So, what else? Oh, right. For obvious reasons, do not light any fires down here. Would not end well. You need to point that one out. You humans are a stupid bunch, which is very cute until it causes death, at which point it is no longer cute. Well, it is a little cute, but if I admit that to my programmers, they might start prying at my coding, so let's keep that between us. I feel the need to empathize. This is just a model based off of language data with personality parameters. It is trying to replicate. That is the AI's attempt at humor, not real humor. I feel like our definitions of humor differ. I think it's neat. I think you're neat, Snow. But we're off track now. Rules, right. There is no stealing another guest's property. Okay? Big no-no. I'd also like to outlaw filming. Pictures are great, go nuts with pictures, but if you want to film something, please get my explicit permission. Oh? For what reason is filming restricted? Oh, 'cause I said so, you doink. We don't want to spoil the details of adventure zones, and it might infringe on another guest's privacy. And of course, no violence of any kind is allowed. The magic circle is for creating fantasies, but like the cool fantasies where nobody really gets hurt. If a guest breaks one of our rules, I'll be sure to discreetly notify you when you're alone, to avoid the embarrassment of a public affair. Once notified, please report to the front desk back up on the ground floor. There we can have a nice, calm discussion about what happened and how to move forward. No pressure, no biggie, just want to talk. However, if you refuse the notification, there will be consequences. 24 hours after the infraction, your designation as guest will be permanently revoked, and guards will force you to the surface. From there, the discussions will be less fun. Messy stuff. Let's try to avoid that sort of drama, okay? And I think that's all. With introductions handled, you all should go out, have some fun. I will be there to play with you. Just like that, the screen went blank. There was an awkward pause. Nobody quite knew what to do. Guess that was my cue. I cleared my throat. Okay, well, you heard the AI. The event has begun, so, let's begin. Go on, explore. You're free from here. Any questions, just ask. Campbell is all throughout the hotel. And with permission given, people began to funnel out of the kitchen to explore the magic circle. Phew, I think that went well enough. At least for the start of the event. Technically speaking, my job was done for a while. The plan was to let the magic circle operate as normal for a few hours. Still, my main goal was to make things go smoothly. I should look around the place, see how everybody's getting on. Welcome to the Wonderland Killings. I will be the disembodied voice here to guide you through this magical journey. To begin, you can scroll through the tutorial pages with A and D. Right now, Jeanette needs to look through the magic circle. Press the M key to pull up the map and select where you want to go. You can also press the button at the bottom left. While we're talking about useful buttons, the O key will open any preferences at any time. The L key will load your save files, and the B key will bring you to any recent list of dialogue. I'm going to forget all of this. The U key will toggle automatic text scrolling. Clicking on a character will interact with them. Clicking on the button in the bottom right will search the room itself. Right-clicking or pressing escape will usually open up the save menu. However, when a tutorial is open, this will dismiss the tutorial. Okay. Okay. What I need to do actually, the voice volume I need to bring up, and the sound volume I need to bring down, because the sound volume is so loud. Okay. Okay. What am I doing? Oh. I took a screenshot for some reason. Okay. I'm a dum-dum, alright? Kitchen, shop, forest, room. As I walked into this adventure zone, my body was temporarily confused. I thought I was walking into a room in an underground hotel, not a magic fantasy forest. Of course, after a few more composed seconds, the illusion faded fairly quickly. Still, the level of disorientation spoke quite well to the construction of this place. I really did feel like walking into some watercolor picture book. That included the walk to the center of the room being a bit of a trek. As I made my way in, I could hear some slight movement. It was coming from behind. Then, in an instant... Ow. Sir... Crap, I acted before looking. I immediately ran over to Nikki, making sure he was fine. Luckily, it seemed as though I held myself back in time. No blood, no bruise. The bigger injury came from falling down, not the smack to the face. Well, if he's gonna bruise, it's gonna take a while for the bruise to form. Smooth moves. Oh, shut up. Sorry. Come on, it's a little funny. Nikki scowled. I felt an acid in the pit of my stomach. How could I do that to a Gatz? It was way too impulsive. Sir, I'm so sorry. That was entirely my fault. Nikki began waving his hand dismissively. Whatever. You barely grazed me. I'm fine. I am sorry. Although, could I ask why you were sneaking up on me? Could I ask why you were interrupting my hunt for the Wimbledis? The what? Bro, I'm telling you, Wimbledis is a metaphor. Oh, quit overthinking things and help me set up a net, will you? Clearly, the straightforward approach isn't working out. Oh, and the net will? One way to find out. At the very least, these two seem to be taking the adventure zone seriously. While I was here, might as well see how they're enjoying the hotel. Okay.
So, Snow, you having a good time?
Oh, totally, Messire! Again, thank y'all so much for inviting me.
Okay, so he has a southern accent too.
Snow, no need to suck up to her. She's just doing her job.
I'm not sucking up. I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you kiss everyone's ass. It's compulsive.
Do you have to pick fights with everyone? Even your own friend?
Hey, I'm just saying.
I let out a sigh. At times, I think that Snow's too good for Nikki. I am glad that those two are friends. It's good for him to have some connection to peers his age, especially good to have a positive influence. Hopefully Nikki doesn't drive him away with his antics. By the way, I heard from Nikki that you absolutely killed last week's soccer match. Yeah, but he's still not as good as me. I stared at Nikki. Never mind. Brat. Oh, shucks, it really was no big deal, honest. I'm just glad I picked up the game so fast. My earlier performances left a lot to be desired. Oh, that reminds me. The zombies are playing at the Snow Maidens next weekend. I'm thinking about checking out the match in person. You in? Bro, did you forget? You already asked me. Oh, crap. Right. Answer's the same. I'm busy working then. Ugh. You're always busy working. What can I say? Farming in this city's tricky and important. My dad needs the extra hand. Then he should hire assistants, not rely on child labor. Dude, it's really not a big deal. I like helping out. Do you ever think about yourself? Snow shrugged. Aww.
Sir, once again, I am so sorry.
I'm telling you, I'm fine. Would you quit making such a big deal of this?
Nikki was acting uncharacteristically annoyed. In an instant, I realized my mistake. Right now, he cared more about the embarrassment than the injury. Making a big deal of it was just going to make things worse. I'll drop it.
Dude, no need to be embarrassed. Feel safe in knowing I don't think any less of you.
Ha ha.
Just feel lucky your sister weren't here. She'd never let it go.
What are you talking about? You'll never let it go.
I will.
Oh yeah?
If it annoys you, yeah, I'll drop it. I haven't held anything against you like that. At least, I don't think so.
For a moment, Nikki just grumbled to himself. Yeah, true. He couldn't have been more reluctant to admit it. So, Nikki, you're enjoying this adventure zone? Well, duh. This place kicks ass. Finally, embracing your true heritage as a nerd. Yeah, no crap. I do theater and get killer grades. Since when was that in question? But until I go to a single game scoring less than you, you can't talk crap. Snow threw up his hands. Fair enough. I didn't realize you were into this sort of thing, Nikki. Yeah, well, I've never really had time to enjoy things like this. You sure? I think there's a D&D group at the school. We could join. No thanks. I may be a nerd, but I have a reputation. You won't catch me dead playing like this in public. I'm a cool nerd. I reckon that's an oxymoron. You're a regular moron. Huh. Maybe you ain't a nerd. Figure someone smart could come up with a better retort than that. So Nikki was acting like usual. Good to see. Okay, do I leave? After the meeting with Campbell, most people left the kitchen. I noticed that most did not include everybody. What are you two doing here? You know the showcase is happening right now, yes? Yes, the ever-important showcase. It is sort of why you came. I came to ensure our investment was operating smoothly. I am not interested in running around like some sort of schoolgirl. Apologies, I didn't mean to be rude, but I thought the purpose of this whole demonstration was to show you the magic circle in action. I believe I already mentioned the fine details of the magic circle in action are unimportant. There is more value in learning the important base facts of the venue. Luckily, Brock here has been very helpful in getting me up to speed with that sort of information. Did I really leave my sights off Mrs. Gage that easily? I shot a look at Brock. He met my stare and gave a brief nod. Good, he knows where his bread is buttered. Well, I am supposed to keep an eye on sneak peek event, but I can join you two for a bit. There is no need, but if you insist. Honestly, I'd love to leave, but that was probably a bad idea. Mrs. Gage may be uninterested in me, but I needed to be very interested in her. Ugh, I don't want to talk to her.
So, Mrs. Gage, what do you like to do for fun?
Mrs. Gage shot me a rather pointed look.
What's this? Are you looking to make small talk during a business meeting?
This lady was getting exhausting.
Look, you're the one who isn't taking this time to inspect the hotel. Clearly, you think this whole meeting is a waste of time. Fair enough. If you've got questions for me, ask, but if you're just trying to kill time, that's what I was attempting.
Fair enough.
Mrs. Gage took a moment to look around.
Well, to your question, it certainly isn't in places like this.
Okay, so then, where?
The fact is, I work quite a lot.
Never would have guessed.
With that in mind, I need to be extremely efficient and precise with my personal time. Fun, as a sole function, certainly can't be the goal. So, the vast majority of personal fun time would probably come as a product of spending time with my daughters.
Oh? You have children? I do, yes. 2 girls. And they are interested in a horribly expensive collectible card game, so I suppose you could classify that as a hobby of mine. Card games. Nice. I remember when I was a teen, I was vaguely interested in one. You have fun playing? Are you kidding? God, no. This meta is crap, and there's absolutely no sign of it shifting. I mean, the optimal deck is Sun, Earth, Rushdown. Might as well be playing War for all the intellectual rigor required for the form that matchup. I have no idea what she's talking about. I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't know what any of that means. If I have to send one more burn spell face, I will bar. Oh, well, you don't have to play that deck. Mrs. Gage looked confused. What are you talking about? Of course I do. It is a completely optimal strategy. No other archetype's win rate comes even close. Aren't you just playing this game with your daughters, though? Yes. Oh, I see. Maybe I shouldn't bother with the small talk. Okay,
So, I hope Mr. Leiden here has been accommodating.
Oh, certainly. He's been a wonderful resource.
Poor guy. I walked over to him.
Apologies, Mr. Leiden. I know this wasn't exactly what you signed up for.
Whatever. It's fine.
Whatever, it's fine.
I came here to try and do my part. Help out. Not like I was going to run around and enjoy the event.
Well, if you want to, feel free. It certainly couldn't hurt. After all, this place is supposed to be pretty fun. Though I guess you'd know better than me. I take it you have a different perspective.
Yep.
That being?
That being, I don't want to play around. Playing make-believe. How's that supposed to be fun? Waste of time. Rather live in the real world. It's the place that actually matters, you know?
My. How practical. Admirable, even.
Yes, there's certainly a sense to it. But that's a bit of a sour take, eh?
Brock clearly had no desire to justify himself, which, honestly, I could have guessed. The man's been fairly moody for some time now. Hasn't been meeting with coworkers anymore after work, keeps to himself. I'd only seen him a handful of times before now, but each time I'd seen him wearing a scowl. I had to wonder why he even bothered volunteering for this. It certainly didn't seem like his scene. Sensing a lull in conversation, Mrs. Gage took the opportunity to turn to Brock once again. So, as someone who's had a direct hand in building the magic circle, could you spare a few thoughts? Specifically, what do you truly think of this enterprise? And I'm not asking as an employee. I'm asking as a longtime resident of Stag Bluff. I glared at Mr. Leiden. It was unclear if he noticed. You were asking for opinions? More or less. Don't have them. Mrs. Gage looked over to me, and I began to smirk. Fret not, Mr. Leiden. You can ignore prying eyes. You are free to speak the truth, and I'd like to hear it. Ah, crap. I am. You've barely spoken at all. Then you've heard my truth. Asking about the magic circle? I just don't really care. For me, it's a job. Don't think about it much more than that. Not even a very new job for me. Guess it pays better than my previous mining gig. More benefits. So I guess I like it. What a simple response. Brock shrugged. I'm simple myself, I guess. Don't think much about Stag Bluff and any other than a literal one. Now that this hotel's around, well, I hope Gretch can enjoy it when she's a bit older. That's a perk. Beyond that, whatever. Gretch is your daughter, I take it? She is. You think she'd enjoy a place like this? I do. She might be a little nervous at first. The kid gets jumpy at the dumbest things. But it's been hard for her recently. I think this place could remind her there's magic in the world. If it could, just for a moment, then in my opinion, this would all be worth it. Mrs. Gage took a moment before nodding. I guess this satisfied her. Personally, I would have preferred a bit more energy from Brock, but we'll take that response. At the very least, the anecdote about Gretch is definitely played. Okay. Am I supposed to talk to everybody? I decided to head into the bazaar. It was a lot of theming for a glorified gift shop, but it certainly paid off. Walking past the bazaar's colorful stalls, the transportation to another time and country was fairly solid. Or it would be, were I alone. Unfortunately, I was not.
Ah, Jeanette.
Augusta, right?
Oh, you are aware of my first name? What an honor.
Due diligence is all.
Yes, and you're quite wise to be diligent towards one such as I. So, Pawn of the Gatz, might I inquire why this hotel is entirely underground? A rather conspicuous design decision, I'm sure you'd agree.
A unique decision, maybe, but it has its benefits. Constructing underground allowed for fairly flexible requirements, letting our environment designers run wild. Plus, it's a unique selling feature. Feels normal, and it's great for marketing, especially when it's tied to Stag Bluff, already the city with the lowest altitude in Almeric. Also, it provided work for a rich mining community. That's a plus. There are a variety of reasons, and those are a few.
Ah, I see. No, that makes sense. That all certainly encapsulates one theory.
Excuse me?
Oh, don't mind little old me. I'm simply observing.
Don't humor the girl. It'll just wind her up. Bryn. Aya.
My, quite the dismissive language.
Not trying to offend, dear.
Oh, I would hope not. You're doing an awfully poor job. Genius is oft underappreciated. Every easy acceptance would be a mark against myself. That all said, if Mrs. Iyer is unwilling to continue, I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Afraid not, dear. Sorry, but playing detective is cute when you're making ghost stories, a little less so when you're talking about recent tragic deaths. Nothing. This girl was just asking a bit about Alonzo Quia. He was running for mayor, yes? I don't play coy. I'm sure you're intimately aware of him and his recent demise. And what exactly are you asking about him, Augusta?
Oh, I'm sure no reason in particular. I just thought that Prin would have an interesting perspective on recent events. That's all.
Yeah, this girl's trouble, all right. Best to keep an eye on her.
So, Augusta, have you been enjoying the event?
But of course. Lovely get-together you've thrown together, I must say.
Her too, right? Her voice sounds familiar too.
It has been utterly insightful.
Was she in a fangan too?
In fact, the moment I heard about it, I knew I had to be here. I dipped quite a bit into my savings to score that ticket.
I see. And how is school going?
Droll, as always.
I'm aware you started a mystery club?
It would appear you were misinformed. I merely attempted to start a club. However, clubs have a requisite number of other members, a number I was unable to produce.
Sorry to hear that.
It is likely for the best. Others would have been a burden to work around. I am doing great work on my own.
I heard that you spent quite a bit of time trying to recruit people, including both Nikki and Carrie, if I remember correctly.
Well, I merely thought it a worthy educational experience for others. The club would be for their benefit, certainly not for mine. Being alone is not just fine, it is preferable. Great, even.
I see. I think it's great that you're following in your father's footsteps. Looking to be sheriff like him one day?
My father. It would be an exaggeration to say our paths were parallel. He is a mere lawman. I aspire to be something a bit more.
I don't follow.
The truth is an element of his work. To me, it is a fascination.
I'd say so, given that you were taken in for breaking into the museum. I imagine your father's lawman path paid off quite a bit then, huh?
Oh, that incident? That was nothing, just a little field trip. Trust that I had a good cause to check the building out. More importantly, are you attempting to impress me with all this knowledge you have on me?
I wouldn't say that.
Threaten then?
Someone's paranoid.
Perhaps. Maybe I'm just being silly. Although I should mention that you aren't the only one who can play that sort of game.
Meaning?
Jeanette, no middle name Iyer, that I'm aware of, that you spent most of your life at an adoption agency. I know that you were indoctrined by the Gatzes as a young adult. I know that you cheated on your LSAT. I know that despite your frosty exterior, you have went to every cinematic screening of...
Hey, keep that up and see where that lands you. It won't be pretty, I can tell you that.
Oh?
And where exactly would it land her? Look, the girl's got a bad habit of poking her nose into stuff, but she's a good girl. I can vouch for her, and I'd kindly ask that you think carefully before talking like that, okay? If you say so.
Those who react so violently when shown truth, it's a certain type, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I do not care for this girl. Will be happy if I never see her again after this.
So, Miss Prynne, are you enjoying the magic circle?
It's neat. Very neat.
That all?
It's a very impressive place, Miss Iyer. Just wondering if it's good. There's a difference.
Not in this case, I wouldn't imagine. After all, it should bring people into Stackbluff. I imagine that's at least good for your business.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If folks are stuck in this hole, I'm not sure how much that'll help the town.
It's not like people are going to stay in the magic circle 24/7. Probably shouldn't admit this, but I don't know if I could stay in here for 48 hours without getting a little antsy.
Oh girl, I hate to break it to you. You're gonna be stuck in here for a long time.
People will check out the city. It'll rub off on everyone.
Maybe. Maybe.
I should be careful here. Heather Prynne might just be some barkeep, but that title betrays her importance. The old lady's quite respected in this community, holds a lot of influence. If we're trying to get locals on board, her word would carry a lot of weight. Look, it's important to my bosses that the Magic Circle helps Stackbluff. They're big on giving back to this city, working with the people. If you have thoughts, perhaps direct meeting with them could be useful. In terms of community outreach and integration, I'm sure they'd be amenable to discussions.
Huh.
What?
Nothing. Just interesting.
What's interesting?
That you're reaching out like that. I mean, forgive me, I'm just some know-nothing teen. I could be misreading things, but feel a touch desperate now. Is your position so weak?
This little. Ease up, little lady. I appreciate the sentiment, but I know what I'm doing. Been dealing with these types for a lot longer than you have. Augusta nodded.
But of course, only trying to be of help.
Mrs. Prynne turned back to me. Think you could arrange a face-to-face meeting with Mr. Gatz. Well, I think it would be likely, although I'm not certain. I haven't run this by him yet. Well, let him know the offer's open. Okay. And then the room. Without much thought, I walked into one. Looked pretty nice, though a bit standard in terms of how... Whoa. Turns out there was somebody else lurking in this room. Must have given him a shock. Sorry, did I get the wrong room? I must have misread my tablet. No, I was just checking a random room out. Looks like I went into yours. I can leave if you want. Why is it playing this music? It's fine, I don't mind. Thank you, I'll make this quick. Dante was giving weird vibes, but I was here for now. Might as well go along with it.
So, what are you doing back here? Aren't you interested in checking out the adventure zones?
I already examined the other rooms. Just, found it enlightening to check on a room like this.
Funny. I've been walking around. Haven't seen you in any of the other adventure zones.
I see. What a confluence of fortunes that is.
Okay, let's put some cards down on the table. For most of the people here, even if it wasn't a tenuous reason, I could at least guess as to why they were invited. I might not agree with all the picks. Freya stands out as an unnecessary addition, but I can get the rationale. I have no clue why Dante is here. There's basically no utility in inviting him, and I had to wonder why Mr. Gatz chose to invite him. Not that I was questioning Mr. Gatz, of course, it's just... I informed the family of Dante's background. Inviting him despite that... should be fine. It was a brief preview event, I think should be fine. Well, feel free to go and hang with everybody else whenever you're feeling up to it. Oh yes, I certainly intend to. Soon. Okay. Is there anything else I could click on besides him? No, okay. Oops. Floor 2, gym, let's go. Technically speaking, the gym wasn't classified as an adventure zone. Still, you wouldn't think it looking around. The place was styled like, well, Stag Bluff, with rock climbing walls integrated with an authentic cliff look, and faux pickaxes lying against the nearby wall. And it was the perfect setting for the man standing in front of me. Well, well, well. I reckon it ain't the belle of the whole damn ball. Miss Eyre, a pleasure. Mr. Vic. Call me Perfidy. Perfidy, then. What brings you around these parts? Just checking on everybody, making sure things are going well. Speaking of, how are you enjoying the event? This place is neat, I'll give it that. Wish I could appreciate a mite more. It might do you some good to ease up. Not in the cards, I'm afraid. At ease, officer. No need to be so serious. I almost hadn't noticed Reynard, who had been fairly high up on the rock wall. Reynard, what are you even doing in the gym? I take that it ain't the usual hunt for you. Excuse you? Rude? How harsh. But you know what? For you, I'll give you the insubordination. You're welcome. Reynard unbuckled himself from the harness and walked over. All right. Never say I'm not a fair man. I have to give it to you, Jeanette. This place is pretty swanky. Glad to hear you enjoy it. But if I could ask, no bar? Sorry, I was gonna sneeze. That's a bit crappy, no? I believe there is a bar, but it's on the 3rd floor. Why the hell isn't that unlocked? I shrugged. It's a brief preview event. Reynard, you don't need to drink. Yeah, but it'd help. Things felt fairly chill in here, but still best to make sure these two were content. Okay.
So, Perfidy, you looking to get a workout in during the event?
That's what it looked like at the very least.
Well, reckon it don't hurt to stay sharp, you know?
I suppose. Though, between you and me, it doesn't look like you need it.
My, is that flattery I do detect between your lips?
I shrugged.
Well, know what?
Perfidy grinned.
It works.
Oh, just like that?
What can I say? A lady like you pays a compliment, you ain't gonna go and ignore it.
I never knew that the deputy was that easy.
Again, I asked what the hell you're doing around here.
Hey, just having some fun yanking your chain. Looks like someone's got a hair trigger, huh?
I think I've been mighty reasonable.
Hey, I get it. You're hungry for respect. That's good. Good to be hungry for something. Plus, can't imagine it's easy being the youngest deputy.
I figured Perfidy would push back on this. Instead, he just let out a big sigh. Well, yeah, I suppose. Fair bit of pressure, you know. I can imagine. Honestly, seems like a bum gig you're stuck with. Somebody needs to protect this town. Alright, Copper. At this moment, Perfidy turned to me. By the way, you're a lawyer, right? That's my job, yes. How, For the first time, Perfidy looked a bit bashful. How hard was setting that up, yeah? Scale of 1 to 10. What's this? Thinking about changing professions? Ah, well, I'm unconvinced that this is the best way I could be helping Stag Bluff. And that's why you want to be a lawyer? To do good? Of course, what other reason is there to be one? Well, I think I became a lawyer to do good. Yeah, matter of fact, Miss Ira, I believe you did. I don't see you as a lawyer, Perfidy. Ain't the job I saw myself as either. I just feel grateful to Stag Bluff, you know? Figure that might be where me and Miss Ira differ, but I do. Town's been good to me, my family. From 18, joined the police force. Figured it best way to serve. But honestly, I hate to say it, it's kind of a do-nothing for my tastes. Evil's a lot less direct. Figure there are better arenas to combat it. That's so. Well, look. Right now I'm kind of busy with this event. But if that's a genuine inquiry, meet with me after this. I can help you get set up if that's the direction you want to go. Well, that's mighty kind of you, miss. No problem.
So, Reynard, you were pretty high up there. You enjoy rock climbing?
What does it look like, Jeanette? Of course not! But I love learning some new skills, so when I saw the opportunity, I took it. Never know what'll come in handy, yeah? I like to think of myself as something of a Swiss Army knife.
I see.
Say, you ever done rock climbing?
Can't say I've had the opportunity.
Ah, that right. Think you'd be better at it than me?
I held back a smirk.
Who could say?
You could.
I imagine I'd have the edge.
That's the spirit. Cocky, huh? That's how I like a woman.
Ew.
But if you're so certain, care to bet on it?
The moment the word bet came out of Raynard's mouth, Perfidy groaned.
You serious? Could you not tarnish this establishment within the first hour?
Tarnish? Perf, I'm just having a bit of fun, that's all.
Didn't realize illegal gambling was a bit of fun.
A simple bet. What's life without sportsmanship? You know, you don't seem very thankful to the person responsible for your new title.
Responsible? I don't remember you lifting one finger to get rid of the shellash.
Of course not.
What's the slash?
But it still happened, you know. Because of me. I'd call that responsible, no?
Not in the way you're thinking.
Gosh, I'm still so honored. To think you lot would throw out a century-old tradition just for the sake of some vanity.
Vanity has nothing to do with it. Was for the sake of public interest. My only interest.
Honestly, I was fine with getting rid of the slash. The tradition started out as dumb, where the sheriff of the city was determined by a duel. What? Once it was decided that such a system was too dangerous, it got dumber, as the position was then decided by a series of gambles. As such, Reynard Fox had been the sheriff for the past couple of years. Of course, the title was ceremonial for decades. It's not like Reynard had any power or responsibilities. He just got a neat badge. So, getting rid of it was probably for the best. Now that the old deputy was the proper sheriff, and his number 2, Perfidy, could officially be deputy. Anyways, what are we talking about? I was asking how you were enjoying the magic circle. Ah, right. Well, if nothing else, this place is a change of scenery, and for that, I support it. Only so many times you could crawl into the same bars, you know? I often feel Stag Bluff's too small. With this, it's a bit bigger. Couldn't say it better myself. Yep. Thinking the pitch is gonna be mighty fine. So relax, won't ya? Sorry? You can't hide it from me. I see you coiled like a python. It's rough living that stressed, huh? I am fine. If that's you, fine. I don't want to see you nervous. Ease up. Things are going well. You're doing a good job. You ought to enjoy it more. Well, thank you, but I'm fine. Reynard shrugged. Can't help the helpless. But hey, if the other guests are getting on your nerves, just let me know. Give them the old 1-2, you know? Okay, goodbye. There's a church in here. I figured I should check out that sporting zone. Walking in, I found myself transported to a baseball stadium on a warm summer day. Or at least what I imagined it would look like. I'd never been. Still, the ambiance was pretty cool. They captured the feeling of being outside surprisingly well. There were tons of batting cages with customizable pitching machines littering the field. A phony podium, giant billboards. It was a real spectacle. However, I could only take it in for a few seconds before becoming distracted by the ongoing fight. Seriously? Ugh, why did you even want to come here? Those tickets must not have gone for cheap. What, are you stalking me or something? In your dreams, Gatz. Then what? I do not need to explain myself to you, but to put a halt to your annoying chattering, I will. Fact of the matter is, I wanted to see the magic circle. It seemed cool. And I don't think you would sign up for this event, because when do you do anything? If I had known, I would have seriously reconsidered the price. Wow, that's a little rude, don't you think? Oh, by the way, who's stalking you? Who's stalking who? If I recall, you came to this room after me. Yeah, well, it looked cool. If I'm bothering you, leave. Well, now I don't want to. Well, whenever you want to admit your crush, I shall be right here. Carrie began to look around, presumably for the nearest bat. Probably a smart time to cut in. Hey, you two having fun in here? Quite. Teenagers. Whatever, I should make sure to defuse these two before leaving.
So, Carrie, you having fun? Admit it, this place is pretty cool, right?
I guess.
I don't know why you're trying to play it cool now, miss. If I recall, you were the one initially excited to check this place out.
I was! Genuinely, I was quite excited. And it's cool, I guess. Just, I don't know, I thought it'd be more.
What sort of more?
I don't know.
Gee, real shocker there.
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
It means, respectfully, miss, name one time you got excited for something and it lived up to your expectations.
The Talay concert. That was pretty badass.
Okay, fair. Point two. Still, I really wish you could find more passion in life.
You and me both, Ire. You and me both.
So, Mr. Peleus, how have you been enjoying the sneak peek event?
Aha! I've been enjoying it very much.
Quit being a kiss-ass.
How exactly is this being a kiss-ass? I am just not being a dick. I understand if that's a foreign concept.
Do you have an issue with Carrie?
No, of course not.
Hey,
Of
it
course
makes sense.
not.
Trust me, I know more than anyone that she can be a real pain in the ass at times.
Yo, whose side are you on?
Not yours.
Really, I'm totally cool, Miss Ire. Honestly, I am just grateful to be here. It is a truly impressive feat to have built all this. As a matter of fact, I have some questions as to how this all works. For instance, I would imagine the pressure exerted by the earth between floors would be greater than the structural support, just based off some napkin calculations. How did you circumvent that? Did you remove the ground between floors? I have to imagine not, as that would cause additional knock-on effects. Also, in terms of ventilation, I figured that the time between...
Hey, I love the enthusiasm, truly.
She's like,
It's
stop
nice to
talking
see.
now.
Unfortunately, that sort of thing isn't really my wheelhouse. Maybe Mr. Leiden would be a better person to ask.
Ah, sorry. I may have been too excited.
Do you have an interest in this sort of tech?
As any curious souls might, my interest tends to wander an uncharted path. Along that journey, architecture has certainly made an appearance.
Did you get paid by the pretentious word? Or is it sounding like a jackass one of your hobbies? Bite me. Well, I for one think it's good for people your age to explore interests. I'm sorry, is that a shot? Carrie, how does it feel being the walking manifestation of insecurity? Axel, how does it feel to be able to walk? 'Cause I can change that real quick. Axel snorted. I'd love to see you try. Okay, break it up. Apologies, truly, that was out of line. Carrie stayed conspicuously quiet. Okay, adios. Next. Did the magic circle need a church? It wasn't exactly a staple of hotels, and there was a perfectly serviceable option out in the main town. Still, that one didn't have the style of this area, and maybe the style of this place was what made it worthwhile. Pristine tiled floors, engraved pews, stained glass windows to nothing. Even a proper confession booth. As far as holy locales went, you could do worse. And the most holy among us was putting this fact to good use. Yeah, no, I have to say, those sunglasses? Pretty cool. But you know, believe it or not, there is something cooler than them. And the name, the Divine Savior. Oi, this is a fun event. Quit your proselytizing. Leave the poor girl alone. Hey now, easy. She's not bothering me. Freya's cool. Aw, thanks, girl. You're like the coolest person I know. Probably. By the way, I love your necklace. It's super chic. For real? I actually made it myself. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Oh? Yeah, I like to make jewelry on the side. It's just a bit of fun. Why is she making that face? Neat. Oh, if you like the necklace so much, you want to buy one? Depends. What's the price tag? $50,000. What? Gwen giggled. So, can I take that as a yes? Let's say a maybe. Not good enough. Okay, counteroffer. $5. You have a deal. Freya pumped her fist in the air before leaning over towards me. Do you see that? That, my friend, is how you negotiate. I would have gone as low as $2. Why are you telling me this? One of the less impactful rooms. Still, should make sure these two are doing well.
So,
is she okay?
Does this venue work for you?
What's going on with her face?
What? Are you kidding? This place rules! I mean, it's a little Catholic, but that's pretty much a problem everywhere. We make do with Catholic. It's close enough.
Okay,
Oh, and by the way, thank you so much for the invite. I know I haven't been really here in Stagblood for too long, so when I heard you guys were thinking of me, that was like super sweet.
Honestly, I have no clue why this random nobody was given the invite. She only came here a few weeks ago, didn't know anybody else here. She's not exactly what you'd call well integrated. And despite Freya's efforts, it's not like there are any other members of the Indicator Collective here in Stagbluff. But I guess I can't be surprised. Your town's been so nice. And I had a feeling the right way must have guided me here, because when I heard I had to travel here, I was just instantly sure it would all work out. By the way, forgive me for asking, but you're a little young to be a traveling priest, no? Ah, well, it doesn't feel new to me. Been traveling my whole life. I see. Fellow orphan, huh? Ah, awkward. Sorry for the wrong impression, but no, not really. Oh. See, to be an orphan, your parents actually have to be dead. They just abandoned me. Big diff. That still counts. Huh? You're still an orphan if your parents abandoned you. Seriously? Then that means I'm an orphan now? Crap. Crap, no. All of a sudden, Freya began to tear up. You realize nothing has actually changed, right? Hey, what's important is how she's feeling. You're okay, Freya. Just like that, Gwen walked over and gave Freya a hug. The two embraced for some time. Thank you for that. I'm feeling better already. You're very kind. Just trying to help. Okay, I'll let that be a lesson in choosing to interact with Freya in the future. Gwen took out an eyedropper and wet her eyes. Clear enough sign of boredom in my book.
So, Gwen, how's it going?
Oh, just fine. I'm doing great, Jeanette.
It felt a bit weird she was calling me that when the kids won't. Speaking of...
By the way, and forgive me if I'm out of line here, but I heard there's been a bit of a rift between you and the twins recently? Perhaps I am overstepping just by asking, but what exactly happened there?
Well, that's not really my place to say, you know?
I nodded.
I'll just say things got messy. Partially my fault. I do feel bad, you know? I still quite like those two. Tried apologizing, but guess they can hold a grudge.
Of course, those two are being petty jerks. When are they going to grow up? Look, those two aren't exactly known for holding strong on their opinions. I'm confident they will get over it soon enough. Totally, I'm sure they'll get over themselves. Especially if you help them along. What's that look like? Well, maybe you could just meet with them and pretend that things are fine and make them think whatever happened to them was a dream. I bet if you're really confident, they'll figure out they're in the wrong. My boss does this to me all the time. It's hilarious. I see. Under consideration. Quite deliberately, Gwen then turned back to me. Anyways, Jeanette, I really just wanted to thank you and your family for bringing some class to this crap hole. Hey, don't play your town like that. I'm not, trust me. This place blows. I'd love nothing more than to leave it in the dust. Oh, why don't you? What do you think the plan is? Believe me, college can't come soon enough. I can only dream of being somewhere with a fencing club with more than 3 people. Good to hear that you have plans. I have a feeling things will work out for Gwen. She's destined for bigger things than this crap hole. Okay, last place is the industrial area. I decided to check out the industrial adventure zone. It certainly was less cheery fantasy compared to some of the other rooms, but stories come in all types. I can say that walking in, I certainly felt more comfortable with this fantasy. The room was dark and smoky, with walls and metal pipes covered in authentic spray tags. As far as laser tag arenas went, it certainly went above and beyond. The downside of this shady atmosphere was that I didn't notice who else was here until it was too late. Feeling right at home? I let out a sigh. Well, in some ways, it was better to have this conversation here in private. I was going to run into her eventually. Pretty hostile right off the bat, Joe. Yeah, well, I haven't heard from you in years, and I don't know when I'll get the next chance. Didn't want to slow roll it. Rather jump right into things, seeing as you're likely to go back to ignoring me once this is done. I wasn't ignoring you. Yeah? Because you sure as well aren't listening to me. I know you wanted to see me, I just was being mindful. Is she Jeanette's ex-girlfriend? Like, I don't know. Mindful. I just didn't think either of us would enjoy a meeting. I know. And that breaks my heart, Jen. I didn't know what to say. I doubted there was anything I could say which would satisfy her, at least nothing I believed. Luckily, neither of us had to break the silence. Whoa, hey, what's with the catfight, ladies? I'll have you know this is proper gang-infested wasteland. You two are bringing the mood down. Mr. Johnson, I must say skulking around in the darkness suits you. Val, we're sort of in the middle of something. Could you bring yourself to do a single decent thing and just leave us alone? Jeez, harsh. How am I supposed to enjoy this place if nobody wants to hang out? Trust that extends to us. I wish I could sympathize, Val, but you really have nobody to blame for your lot other than yourself. You sure? Because I'm pretty good at blaming people. I consider it a personal skill. The fact that you don't consider that a personal failing says more than I could. This was a fairly chaotic pair in terms of conducting a successful demonstration. Best to check in with them, see where their heads are at.
Joe.
Save it.
Hey, what's up, Joan? How's it been? Feels like forever since we hung out.
I'm sorry. Did we ever hang?
Maybe not. But at the very least, we've known each other for north of a decade at this point. And yet, I haven't heard what you're up to nowadays. How sad is that?
If you don't know what she is up to, you must be severely out of date. Joan has been a wonderful elementary school teacher for many, many years now.
Oh, what's this? Are you keeping tabs on me?
Sort of my job.
Your job is to spy on me.
My job is to keep tabs. Your, personal interest.
Oh? Like a romantic interest?
Don't know if I should feel flattered or creeped out.
I have my vote.
I don't know if you need to feel anything.
Is that how you've been living life?
Ugh, I hate being out of the loop. Can someone catch me up on the drama?
Butt out, Val.
Butt out? Someone has a real temper. A teacher shouldn't use that sort of language.
Fine. Don't dish the goss. We can just stand around in silence if that be preferred. It would be. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the mood. You didn't ruin the mood. Still have that bad habit of apologizing when you don't need to, huh? I may or may not also have that really bad habit of apologizing for everything. I just felt bad, so I apologized. Is that so wrong? I bet the kids walk all over you. Maybe. But you try dealing with children all day. See how far you get. I couldn't last a week. You couldn't last a day. Probably. But it doesn't surprise me you're doing well. Joan Hazlitt becoming a teacher was the least exciting development in the world. It was obvious you'd crush it. I mean, come on. Is she in love with her? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. If I'm wrong, that would be embarrassing. Wish she could have told me that on my first day. I was losing it. Wish I could have too. It's not exactly a secret why Joan's developed a grudge against me. She's as small-minded and judgmental as she's ever been. Girl! I heard he tried talking things through with her, tried to give her my perspective. It didn't work. Maybe your perspective is wrong, Jeanette. Let's be honest here. Maybe, your perspective isn't the greatest. Joan's got a nasty habit of rejecting any perspective that isn't hers. Doubt she'll change anytime soon. Doubt I will either. It seems you also have that habit, though. Still a bit sad. She was my only friend for a major chunk of my life. Friend? Friend. Okay.
Oh? Someone's staring at little old me. You know, a picture will last longer. I can pose if you want.
Ugh, creepy as always. Perfity was right. What exactly are you doing here?
You know, I hear all this complaining, but what sort of shindig would it be without someone to add a little life to the party? Nobody appreciates the spice until they're eating a bland meal.
Jan?
Honestly, I'm as confused as you at his inclusion. The idea of this event was meant for valued members of our community.
Gosh, what sort of slander am I hearing? I very much have earned my place. I'd say nobody adds more value to this community than me.
Takes value, perhaps.
Joan's being a bit harsh, shocker, but she's not exactly wrong. It's something of an open secret in Stag Bluff that Val was something of a low-rate crook. I mean, anybody could come to that conclusion if you look at his rap sheet. The man had been charged a lot, though had only served a little. He wasn't exactly in good standing. Even I was unclear at the precise need for him at this moment. Sticks and stones, Joni. Sticks and stones. Abuse me all you want, but at the end of the day, I'm an honest man who works an honest job, and I'm trying to honestly enjoy this event. Shame it doesn't seem like you're able. Honesty would be the first from you, Mr. Johnson. Oh, excuse me, Miss Paragon of Virtue. Figured I'd get the typical moral grandstanding from Mother Teresa over here, but didn't expect to get double-teamed. He's right. You don't have a place to talk, Jan. Don't act like you're any better. Now who's getting double-teamed? There are many things I like to say, none productive. Let's leave it here. Okay. Gotta hand it to your team, Jan. This place looks sick. They did a decent job. The setting felt plucked right out of a noir thriller. The only lights were modeled after dingy streets, flickering and puny. The arena was separated into a variety of areas. One section had a number of barrels with suspicious warning labels. Another had immobile cars littering a fake road. The whole place was sprawling. It was probably the largest adventure zone in terms of space used. Honestly, felt a bit like a labyrinth, which I suppose was the point. Could I ask, what exactly is the gameplay supposed to be here? Well, there are a number of quests. I believe Campbell acts as a mob boss in this area. In fact, I could see a painted wall on one of the screens showing just that. Plus some hidden NPCs, but generally speaking, the main use is a laser tag arena. Hey, seriously? That's pretty cool. I always thought laser tag would be a lot of fun. That figures. Don't say it like that. I'm not the weird one for thinking laser tag is sick. Speaking of, you two want to try it out?
Laser tag with just 3 people?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, no, maybe. Maybe later.
She means no, but doesn't want to be mean. I do, so I'll just directly tell you no on behalf of both of us. Val began to sulk. Bunch of squares, a lot of you. Aw. What else am I supposed to do now? I looked at everything. Do I go back to the kitchen? Am I done? Hello? What do I do? What is this? I get stats? Evidence? Okay. Oh, they move when I put the mouse over there. That's pretty cool. The kitchen was certainly striking. The open atmosphere was nice, I suppose, but the black bricks and ominous fireplace did bring the mood down somewhat. I thought this might just be a me thing, but my thoughts were then echoed aloud. A little gothic for a gathering area. As the main dining area for this entire hotel, it is quite stylized. Indeed, style being the key word. For a gathering area, it is unique, fancy, memorable. You won't find a kitchen like this in any other hotel. Yes, well, if I'm going to oh, sorry. I don't know why I clicked that before I finished reading. It would certainly be preferable to a castle like this. That... You could always eat in your room. Wasn't expecting Brock to speak up. The rooms are pretty nice and more personal. Mrs. Gage nodded. That is true. There are options, which is important. Still, in general, I think a huge space like this, being constructed entirely underground, is pretty cool. I mean, there's no other place like this. That in itself is a perk, don't you think? Why do I try? Am I supposed to do this for all the rooms now that I've didn't before? Is that what's supposed to happen right now? I had to hand it to the designers. Trees, small river, bushes. Even a sword stuck in the pedestal by a cave. So what have you two been up to in the adventure zone? It's simple. I'm trying to wield the Bertilac. The design is badass, but I can't get it free from the pedestal. I'm betting if I do the stupid princess questline, it'll unlock the right. Bro, I'm telling you, this princess lady is shady. Odds are that damn Arantha already took her soul and we've been dealing with a puppet. Ugh, you have no proof of that. My proof's an understanding of how to tell a decent story. Things are contrived, need some spice. Look, you want to team up with that princess-killing huntsman? You go do that. We're different players. As for me, I'm going to collect all those 11 crystal shards and create the protective necklace. Hey, no need to get all defensive. Some more fun when we're playing on the same team. Good, then help me figure out how to capture Wimbledis. Think that it helped clear the riddle again? At this point, I've got it memorized. Well, I'm glad you two are having fun. Okay. The bazaar stalls really did look pretty cool. They came together to add a sort of maze-like quality to the area. This is starting to hurt my ears now.
You know, I must give you all credit. While the puzzle trail has a tad simple, the fact that you took the energy to hide secrets within a glorified gift shop is admirable in itself.
Oh, thanks. I have no idea what she's talking about. A hidden puzzle, huh? Dang, I've been looking around this place for a while. Didn't spot anything like that. And I love a good puzzle.
Oh? Would you care to be enlightened?
Sure, that sounds quite nice. Fill me in. Augusta seemed excited that she had a willing audience. Well, Prin might be willing to take a bullet, but not me. Okay. Oops, wrong button. As I was thinking earlier, it was a fairly standard-looking room. There was a bed, a bedstand, a monitor on the other side of the room, a desk for work, a nice couch, a connected bathroom. The main point of the closet, which had The main point of note was the closet, which had a fairly sleek-looking door. It's quite nice. The room, I mean. Honestly, I was slightly surprised that Dante spoke up without prompt. It is, isn't it? I'd say so. Comparatively, almost certainly. Comparatively? I mean, to the upper attic of Miss Prin's place. Not that I'm entirely grateful to her. It is quite magnanimous for her to let me stay, in exchange for helping with some fairly pedestrian tasks. Certainly beats living on the streets. Definitely. Aww. Aww. I like him. The gym was pretty solid. There were weights, mats, treadmills, various pieces of equipment. Any workout you were looking to do, you could reasonably do it here. Plus a major rock climbing wall, and there was even a sauna you could access on the other side of the room. I might ask, this ain't an adventure zone, yeah? Correct. In that case, why does it look like this? All gimmicky and stuff. What are you going on about? What, you just want another gym? I think the atmosphere looks nice. I suppose. Still, don't it feel weird that it's a themed attraction based on our city? You want to see a mining canyon, you're already here. So, it shows Stag Bluff pride. I like that there's an aspect of our community represented. Perfity looked over to me. I said nothing. Reynard was already doing a better job of defending the decision than I could. Anyways, looking around the gym made me realize that I hadn't been working out as much recently. I was getting dull. Guess there weren't many practical opportunities to put my physical training to use. Still, I should make sure I wasn't slacking. Okay? Despite the fancy appearance, this was one of the tamer adventure zones. There was a neat set dressing, and Campbell was acting as both coach and a rival player, but it was a set of glorified batting cages. Though the big empty fields could be converted to a variety of other sports. There was a lot of equipment in the nearby closet. Man, this stuff looks easy. Bet I could kill these cages. I was unaware that you took baseball. I don't, but it's just a gut vibe, you know? Like, I figure I'd probably kick ass at it. Axel seemed amused by this response. In that case, care for a little friendly competition? Huh! Bring it. You don't want this heat. Oh, I do. It'll be more than satisfactory to finally put you in your place. At least this seemed like a somewhat healthy avenue for these two to get this out of their systems. Okay. The church was very pristine, fitting I suppose. Never been particularly religious, but I could appreciate the spiritual atmosphere all the same. Apparently that wasn't good enough for Freya. So, ever considered the right way to live? Save it. Save what? Trust me, I've heard a dozen religious pitches. I am unmoved. But you've never heard me pitch. Will yours be particularly different than the other pitches? Not really. Okay, then what is going to change with this one? I think I actually... sun is setting, so I think I have to just... let me just turn this on. I don't know how much more is left of this demo. I've been doing this for like over 2 hours now, I think. It's a surprisingly long demo. Anyway. Okay, then what is going to change with this one? I have something up my sleeve that none of the other pathetic spiritual leaders have. What? Shamelessness. Immediate Freya dropped to her knees. Please, 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 please. It's almost been a month and nobody takes me seriously. The closest thing I've had to convert was a teen who thought I was selling weed. Nobody takes me seriously. My bosses are gonna be so mad at me. Sorry, but I already gave you my answer. No. Freya sighed, then picked herself back up. One of these days, that's going to work. At this point, I had made my rounds of the magic circle. Initial impressions? Things seemed to be going well. Still, I should keep observing things. I continued to make roam around. In the industrial adventure zone, it seemed like a group had gathered. I decided to watch without drawing attention to myself. The darkness and fog certainly helped this endeavor. It seemed like everybody was younger than 23 had come together. Oof. Then I would not be invited. Okay, we're here. Mind telling us why we gathered in such a big group? Seriously? would have thought a smartass like you could figure it out. Remaining silent. It's simple. I want to play laser tag. And with a small group, laser tag is kind of lame. Hence, big group. Seriously, you brought us all here for that? What? Scared to face off against me, you a chicken? Do you seriously expect such juvenile taunts to work? Yep. And you'd be right. It's on. Snow, you're with me. Got it. We're gonna kick all your collective asses here. Is that right? Then, to even things out, I guess I'll be with Carrie. Gwen suddenly wrapped herself around one of Carrie's arms. Isn't this gonna be so much fun? Can't wait to play together. Annoyed, Carrie shook off Gwen's arm, remaining silent. You're telling me I have to align myself with one of the Gatz brats? Truly a lose-lose proposition. An impossible dilemma. Oh, get over yourself. If only I could choose neither team. Actually, you can. Are you listening? I'm always listening to my players, silly. And as the most advanced game master around, I can accommodate all sorts of setups. You want more than 2 teams? I'll run it with more than 2 teams. Oh. I guess I could helm a 3rd team. Although this sort of thing isn't exactly my forte. Hey, don't sweat it, Axe. I bet you're gonna crush it. Huh? Oh, thank you for the words of support. Dude, what the hell? What? Quit helping the enemy. Axe ain't the enemy. And besides, he needs all the help he could get. Well, nonetheless, I choose to establish a 3rd team. Oh, can I play? Am I allowed to play? I don't see why not. In that case, I'll join the nerd. That way, if I lose, it'll be easy to blame him. A reasonable plan, made less effective by announcing your intentions to all present. Oh dear. Isn't it just crying shame? Looks like the numbers here don't add up. There's nowhere I could go without making the teams off balance. I guess I'll have to skip this game. Unless, of course, Campbell can accommodate a 4th team. Of course, I can handle a 4th team. Who do you think you're talking about? Oh. So then, are there any objections to me helming this 4th team? Silence. Excellent. In that case, Dante and I shall head up this 4th faction. Is that an issue, Dante? No. The math is logical. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to kick all your asses. In your dreams. Pull your weight, Freya. Got it? Sir, yes, sir. Hey, Dante, ease up. It's merely a game, yes. No stress, no stress. Well, it seems like they're having fun. That's a good sign. Still, I should find the adults, see what they're up to. It took a bit, but soon enough I found another group. This one gathered in the bazaar. Again, I didn't make my presence readily known. Harder in this environment, but I didn't need to be particularly close to overhear the conversation. And it looked like I caught this group at a good time. So, Magic Circle. Should we get around to talking about this? Like, really talking about this? Like, you of all people had the right to bringing this up. Jeez, Deputy, he's off him, alright? I mean, he's not wrong after all. Why, thank you. I'm just trying to get the conversation going. So, what do we think? It seemed as though nobody wanted to speak up first. Surprisingly, it was Brock who broke the silence. Seems decent. Really? Yeah. Good for kids. I like it here. And there ain't no way your judgment could be in any way compromised. You questioning my integrity? If I am? Boys, cut it out, would you? Besides, I can back Brock up. My students will love this place. I imagine they won't be able to shut up about it. Giving them this sort of gift, that does go a long way. Yeah, but it's not just kids, right? Maybe this is telling, but I think it's pretty swanky. Of course, I'd like to see some more floors, but if they're like this, yeah, throw in a bar and I'm sold. This will be a fun place to hang. But of course, it matters most what the boss lady says. Raynard looked over to Mrs. Prynne. My way of looking at things is very practical, you see. Fact is, this is happening one way or another. If we wanted to stop this train, should have done it way earlier. You know, maybe if the election went another way, we'd still have some wiggle room. But with the Gatz being the mayor, I'd say there's not a lot we could do at this point. Apparently, Mr. Gatz wants to work with the community. Let's let him. Something to say, little lady? Are we seriously going to be bought off like that? You and I both know wanting to give back to the town is just a front to help with PR. Hey now, you watch your tongue. I might not be like that outsider lady, but the Gatz have a proud legacy, and I will not tolerate disrespect for that family. They are Stag Bluff. Done good for all of us. Hell, you in particular should be grateful to their contributions, Missy. That's not the point, Perfidy. In fact, you're both missing the point. The truth is, there's a way this all breaks bad. After all, now that construction's done, they could easily man this place with a few employees, with that business they partnered with, plus all the damn AI. If they saw fit, attractions could only be accessible to those who've purchased at least a night's stay. Of course, those prices would be adjusted for rich tourists coming from wealthier cities. They would give no reason to leave the magic circle. Have everything provided to guests, allowing for stays to be entirely underground, under their ground. Worst case scenario, the magic circle could be a real leech to Stag Bluff. But the Gatzes want to do community outreach. Love of the town, PR. I don't give a crap. They're reaching out of hand, we take it. That gives us a lot. Not everything can be run by AI, and we guarantee the jobs the magic circle does need are all given to us here in Stag Bluff. We set up steep discounts for locals to the amenities, make it affordable for you and me to swing by and enjoy the place. We coordinate events in the main town with the management, get tourists out and about, pouring money into the local shops. Ultimately, this whole arrangement can be a win-win or a lose-lose. I'd rather win. Hear, hear. You tell 'em, boss lady. Sound enough logic? Everybody seemed to accept Mrs. Prince's speech. Got 'em. The kids were having a fun time. The adults wanted to work with us. So long as Glenda remained neutral to positive, I could consider this sneak peek event a huge success. Walking through the hotel, it felt like things were going great. The event should end soon, and I can report that... Hello! The speakers throughout the building had kicked on. Have you all enjoyed your stay so far? Great, great. I'd like for you all to come to the cafeteria, where we first met. I have a big surprise in store, so come quick. See you there. Huh. I don't remember something like this on the schedule. Were we off script? Or did the AI come up with the surprise on its own? Was it capable of that? Honestly, I didn't know how autonomous it was. Either way, might as well go along with it. I made my way over to the cafeteria. It didn't take long for most people to gather. When the twins saw me, they made their way over. Hey, what the hell is this? You heard Campbell. Surprise. Oh, sounds fun. Intriguing, certainly. Miss Eyre. Glenda pulled me to the side. I was not made aware of this. And I am not a fan of surprises. Didn't know exactly what to say, not wanting to explicitly lie. I looked over to Brock with questioning eyes. Nobody knows what's going on. This is when it's happening. We're gonna go into the killing game now. Hey, don't look at me. I don't know this stuff. Aren't you supposed to know the schedule? I am. Ooh, this is exciting. Freya had walked into the room. Hey, where's Dante? Huh? I assume he came with you all. No, you two were the last to leave. I didn't see Dante at all. Oh, crap. Is he missing? Do we have to start searching for Dante? Why do you need to look for me? Dante finally made his way in. Nikki flicked the back of Carrie's head. Always jumping to hysteria. Hey, try that again. Lose a finger. I was about to walk over and break it up between those two, but then...
Ah, you're all finally here.
Campbell showed up on the giant screen.
Great. I guess I could have just given this announcement through the speakers.
but given the nature of what I had to say, I figured my dear guest might want a group meeting.
I like the voice they gave him. That's pretty cool.
Aren't I so thoughtful?
Campbell, mind letting me know what this is about?
Oh, apologies, Jeanette. I imagine gathering everybody here must come as a surprise to you. And I'm sorry to say, it won't be a pleasant one.
Suddenly, I got a sinking feeling in my stomach. Something was wrong.
So, this is awkward. One of my priorities in my personality is making sure everybody has a good time. But I don't know how I'm exactly supposed to make good on this recent command while maintaining that.
Recent command?
Okay. I know you all aren't going to like what I have to say. But things are going to be fine. See it as a true adventure.
Hey, quit yanking our chain. Spit it out.
So, you know how the sneak peek event was supposed to end? And you all were about to leave?
We're not leaving.
Yes?
Right. So, slight change of plans. That's not going to happen.
What the hell are you on about?
Direct honesty is usually the best policy. My system has gone through some unauthorized changes, and now I'm no longer allowed to let any guests leave.
You all need to stay here for some time.
Okay. Haha, I get it. Good one. Create a real adventure for us. It's a nice idea. Kindly, would you cut it out? I don't do good with horror attractions, and I'm starting to low-key freak out.
Low-key? Freak out.
Ah, I see how it would be confusing, since this is a place of interactive fiction. I'm sorry to say that the scenario you find yourself in is quite non-fiction, and it will be the case for the foreseeable future. But don't worry, you have all the food, water, plenty of space. And this imprisonment won't last forever. There are just some demands that are going to be asked to some people on the outside. Very simple requests that I'm sure they'll quickly go along with. They do their part. You sit around here. This whole situation will be handled before you know it. I can see some of you are beginning to become frightened. I assure you it is an unnecessary response. You are all perfectly safe. Again, think of it this way. How many people get to have a real-life adventure? You are all special. You get this experience, and without any real risk. Sit around, get to know each other, pass the time. Soon you'll all be let out. Doesn't it sound fun to escape from that nasty real world? At least for a bit. Trust that I'll make sure your stay is a magical time. And nobody needs to get hurt.
His words echoed through the room, through my ears. We were trapped? But nobody had to get hurt, right? This was a simple ransom, right? We'd all get out alive. I tried to cling to that hope. But what sort of story would this be if that were true? Oh, I'm excited. There's gonna be a cool cinematic intro here. Woo! I'm excited! I am looking forward to playing this game more. Is there more, or is this the end? Chapter 1, The Monkey and the Cat. There's more? Okay, I can't. I thought this demo was gonna be like just a few hours long. It seems like it's much longer than I thought. Was that only the prologue and now chapter 1 is starting? I definitely can't do this in one sitting then. I thought I could, but alas, I cannot. Okay, great prank show, people. I'm sure this will make a great promotional video or whatever the hell, but quit it. I'm gonna end here. I didn't know I could save here. I just wanted to check real quick. I am going to end it here because I do believe this demo contains all of chapter 1, and all that 2.5 hours I just did was just the prologue. So I am going to wrap it up here. This is just a part 1, it seems. Yeah. I'm liking this game a lot, actually. I don't know how many chapters there will be. If it's I was told it was very similar to Fangan, so I'm assuming it's gonna be like around 5 or 6 chapters or something like that, and I am looking forward to it. If you would like to play this game for yourself, I will of course leave a link to both the demo and to the official Steam page in the description. Make sure you check it out. It looks like it's really awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. I will definitely be playing more of this demo, but yeah, thank you for bringing it to my attention. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna die. I love it. I love the killing games. It's so much fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.